Alright, this is when I go mug mode. I know I'm doing it through and through to a point where I got it down packed. First, I'm gonna start off with tree. The government never matches your tree. They say you match your tree, it's a complete and total lie. Because the definition of matching your tree on paper, the exact same reason why their autistic kid complains. Because what ends up happening to them 9 times out of 10, somebody gives them, a very deep rap song that's on the same level of Courtney one time. Because of specific context is things that can, drag on and give them, regulations or revelations. They don't do that, literally, and that's the problem with the government. When they say, I match your tree, literally, there it goes, I match your tree. Which you basically have, in between flying with my iron, which is a green thing. They're just off across the cosmos. And here's the thing, scientists know damn well, they're only matching my tree on paper. This is why certain things like melee is getting ignored, actual feelings is getting ignored. This is what society does. It traps you in a shape, literally a shape. You're a fluid human being. And they say that they match your tree on paper. So I'm gonna give me, for example, my abusive friend is Andy. That's the whole point of really scientists and NASA. They do it in order to keep domestic violence from your family going along. So everything would be this one straight line. This where your brother gets this conspiracy theory that everybody's just a number, like a fucking android. That's exactly why I can tell you in this trial I had 2 Roberts. I had one white Robert who was a next door neighbor. Told you everything that did match your tree. I had another Robert Wilson, who had braids. I had that amazing summer time with Lily, who matched my tree 100%. What did Robert not do? He didn't match your melee. But anyway, the reason why I was abusive to Andy was because he was a square, and his family had to drive a car when he was 18, which is that badge of noon, over my family because of reinforcements and standard. I also had a dog, a companion that he could trade, Lily. So when he was driving, me, talking about girls I like at school, Lily White's better than carved wood. This guy didn't even, nearly match my tree. What he did is he did what I said. Literally, you want to go out, to a hip-hop event? We went to a hip-hop event. I'm here to tell you, to break the conspiracy theory, the girl was still teasing me. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm just, I formed a line for government. My category is Andy, and then I get to see Andy's Toy Story. That's my sequence. The reason why tree is so important in domestic violence, guys, is because your family is always lying. Your family is always, belittling you. Be aware. Literally, I'm telling you the opposite. Giving you everything you want in order to stimulate you on paper. A lot of times I think it's because of sex food or other reasons. People are playing the Godfather where autistic kids, I just can't stand it. So to not ruin tree specifically for this video, I'm gonna go on to the next section. Okay, I forgot just a little bit about tree, which is Reese. Literally, if you go to Main Street government, literally, you'll go to Reese. What Reese is a perfect square. So if you don't match somebody's Reese on paper, you get filed for domestic violence. And it really is filed because what they're doing is they go get to a book and go into sports and not tell you, the full detail. So before I get off track for this video, let's go into Lily, the pastor's mom, who I used earlier, called, Surround Jones, his mom. But his mom told him, Lily, was everything like my mom. You told me everything in one line. The exact opposite is why, you went up to the pastor, with further knowledge. So his mom even explained to Vario, saying that, the bar is the first level, Lily, because the mother is promiscuous. That's the part that happens, Lily, sneaking in hip-hop, overrunning them in sports, Lily, and referring them to sports every time they complain. So not only did his mother tell him everything, his uncle told him everything. He was better in the military. You see, he wasn't just, I'm a shitbird, which is my uncle, Tommy. He was second lieutenant telling him shit. What they did was they filled their subconscious, Lily, and told him everything on top of everything. They even mentioned dad, Lily, and that's a lot of things. His uncle got further into rap. His mother told him on purpose, Lily, I'm not going to be like a single mother, so let's tell you everything in one line. So what she did was she broke it up into tree, after she did something, after telling her to move. She did in front of his dad. Did see, resorted to Vario for the last resort, Lily, and when it came to his uncle, he was showing them ninth wonder. So when it came down to the Vario, he told him not to fight him, and his uncle told him not to fight him, and mentioned, Lily, that his uncle fought him in school. That's not pretty. What ended up happening was the preacher, fought him for a second time. Here's the kicker, you didn't know if his child, DeVario wasn't actually a real person, he was a morph. And that's true, Lily, where it comes to, Asperger's, Lily, where DeVario is sustained. He's not too heavy, Lily, on street sports, it's not due to not knowing about blood. Further gangs that go into detail. And most of all, with megalodons, they actually admit that they have more complaining. Crap, I forgot the beginning of this video. The reason why they praise me all high and mighty, with being 31 with no card, and actually praising me, is because this is her research, Lily, about people, Lily, having delays. People being equivalent to 30 within intellect came from the misconception that humans are just like monkeys. Humans are the exact opposite of a monkey. In fact, the only reason why we're similar to monkeys is because we're forced back in the corner in a condensed situation. Our opposable thumbs are way better than theirs. correct comedy for this video, but what separates us from monkeys is the fact that we can make buildings, we can make graphs, we can make charts, we can skateboard, we can do anything. And monkeys literally are limited where it comes to intellect. It is true, the human brain literally is similar to a monkey, especially, we're not taught shit when we're back in the corner. You take advantage of society like me, you see the flaw in why, a monkey is put behind the cage. It means a human isn't being multidimensional, upon a scheme to break you down. They're using a part of the monkey to tame you. That's called is convalescence. It's that humans are 3 mentally when we're really 13. And not literally fucking with somebody's subconscious, allowing someone to have the same tools on paper. Wiggle your finger and make 1 point a million, which isn't good. When you call things out in the signature, clock in for work, you destroy the monkey tactic. So how am I doing in domestic violence? I'm at 3 megs, max difficulty, and the bop and weave. Come to soon figure out later on that my bop and weave is stronger. This is my favorite character from part 1 Naruto, Neji. Yes, I can still do Neji's dance on the street in real life. I got mad, I got belligerent mad literally when I did the dance online on YouTube. They get paid seriously. So let's get down and talk about the main character of my manga, Goodbye Murioto, whose best friend is Better, who rides a skateboard. Third in command of his team is Tito, a person who breakdances while he fights. The 4th member of Team Nons is Motohiro, Taka, a genius that uses static electricity to stun you for 5 minutes. The last one is Rocking Soccer Robots, Kito, who uses toys as weapons of mass destruction. These 5 make the main team of my upcoming anime. I used to have flat-out references to people I used to know in real life. Mickey Maru was based off an absolute crying teacher named Mickey. But anyway, that's all for today's podcast.